Patients are suffering, students are suffering. Traders are suffering, pensioners are suffering. Drivers are suffering, contractors are suffering, civil servants are suffering, and farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering, and men are suffering. Women are suffering, and children and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering.
Welcome to the Spotlight. Welcome to the show. Welcome to my show. It's been a while, but we are back. We needed to do some technical details. We are back on your YouTube. Make sure you continue to subscribe. And I know you have already subscribed, but if you have not, then I guess the opportunity has come to you that you ought to subscribe today. And don't forget to share to your friends and your loved ones to be part of this show. It's very authentic show, as you can see. Of course, today, what do we have for you? We are talking about who should lead the MPP. Hey, but of course, if we don't talk about it, who is going to talk about it? So, who is supposed to lead the MPP? Of course, they've done their special delegate congress and they've, selected 4. Is it 4.5 or 6? Whatever. By Saturday, we'll know the one that will be added up to the 4 and there will be 5. Now, today we're going to discuss how the 5 will be faring and anything in between. So it's all about a show that is purely political. We said we wouldn't do politics, but politics has been part of us. We can't do anything without politics. So that's your spotlight for the day, and let's zoom straight to the full story and the detail of today's show. Now, somebody will say the clock is ticking and the MPP must take the bull by the horn and take a decision as to who will represent the party on the ballot sheet for the 2024 general election. Now, the party already started. The fate of the party is in the hands of the delegates. As I speak with you, the delegates are lacing their boots in preparations to the November, highly anticipated Congress, National Congress, where they will have the opportunity of selecting one out of the 5 candidates who have opened themselves to be selected for this enviable position. Now, your guess is as good as mine. This is not just a political conundrum. No, it is not a puzzle that, doesn't have an understanding. It goes beyond being a political situation. Of course, you just said what the president said, but
you're not convinced.
Some say they are not convinced by the message. They want you to walk the talk.
But at the same time, there's some calling for me to endorse their candidates. There's some who are calling for me to endorse their candidates. I haven't endorsed anybody. The election is not mine. If I had, I would decide it. I don't decide it. It's the delegates in our party that decide it.
That detail I will come and give you in a different video, so just check on the description, because we want to give you a video where the president is telling the whole Ghanaians that, Charlie, the center cannot hold again. That is why things have fallen apart.
Mr. President, Ghanaians say they are not happy with the way conditions are. They are tired, they are suffering.
It's difficult. I'm the first to admit it. I've said it several times. I'm the first to admit it. But at the end of the day, I believe that when the moment comes, Ghanaians will reflect on who best can get us out of these difficulties and take us to the next stage. And that is the new patriotic party.
Thank you so much.
In any case, what we are being informed is the fact that the stage is set that MPP delegates will have the opportunity of selecting one out of the 5. And acquire some no. But then if you say with the party and its own structure, they've sat, with the every detailed information they want, and they want to select one person. Indeed, that one person must be indeed justified with the party structure. So, who are you or who am I? In the voice of Chemaun to me, whom am I to say this person is no good or this person is good? But remember, last Saturday, near course whatever went on will have a rippling impact and effect on the November Congress. And that is why we are here to break it down, for you and I to diagnose and think about it. It's worth thinking about. Now, the confusion and the difficulties and the problems and the questions that are currently baffling the minds of many MPP faithfuls, it's as a result of the fact that, okay, Ghana currently has an opposition leader ready to go on the ballot. But the government representative, or better still, the governing party's representative to be on the ballot is where the question mark is. All is here as a miss and I can see. I can say, Yedema Hwine, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Ana Yedema Alan Kojo Tramantin, Ana Yedema Honorable Ken Ejapon, or Yedema Dr. Efiakoto, Bodio, Ana Yedema between Boache Jakun and Honorable Adainimo, who is joining them. Now, if you are a delegate, as I am not, maybe we'll be looking into so many things. People say, these are the areas everybody must watch before they cast their vote. But of course, let's trust the MPP delegates. The phrase, fear delegates by. Even Saturday, they began telling everybody that fear delegate, fear delegate, fear delegate. Now, whichever the case may be, the November Congress will come on. But this is my analysis. Now, one side of coin is the fact what I mentioned earlier. The NDC are already ready with their candidate, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, former president. Now, he is ready and is ready to meet whoever MPP picks. But the other side is that there are determining factors we have to look into to see. People who are talking about Bawumia. Today, the video will lay a little emphasis on Bawumia. Because for 8 years, Dr. Bawumia has been the vice president. Now, let's try to, go back a little bit into memory lane. Some of the things Dr. Bawumia was telling Ghanaians. Watch some of these videos.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana. Patients are suffering, students are suffering, traders are suffering, pensioners are suffering, drivers are suffering, contractors are suffering, civil servants are suffering, and farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering, and men are suffering. Women are suffering, and children, and Ghanaians as a whole.
Now, having watched these, there are things you and I will have to be thinking about. Dr. Bawumia catch a Ghana phone now say, Omoba. The first thing they will do, they will go and catch the dollar. They had nama IGP. They are local. They had the key na kama IGP so unkeeping. The dollar is very stable.
I've seen a stability return to the exchange rate. In fact, for the year, the city has appreciated in value. When we came in, it was run. We have arrested it. And the IGP has the keys. He's locked it up.
Now, Sambrina MPP buy, the dollar was, the $1 was equivalent to 4 cities, 4 Ghana cities. But Sisiano said the litmus test is your performance and a better so they are to aba. Should MPP delegates also look into the fact that your vice president or can say it's no be at this critical moment, the vice president has not been able to achieve that purpose. Because now the dollar is 12 cedis. It has quadrupled itself. 4 value points. We move for 4 places. And I 3 places. 3 places. Into where it is. So, that is a very big question. When it comes to the economy, Dr. Bawumia was touted as the economy messiah. Yes, you ono no ba beje Ghana for every nkwasu mu a ewo economy mu.
That John Mahama is a nice man. Oh yes, he may be a nice man, but he's a nice man who you give the economy. Very soon you cannot get teacher training allowance. You cannot get nursing training allowance. You cannot pay your children's school fees. You cannot get a job to do. Agriculture will be declining. Electricity prices will be going up. Is this the sort of nice man we want? He may be a nice man, but he's an incompetent nice man.
Was way back in 2015, 2016, election year, yes, Bawumia, ono de obank say MPP ye to abama MPP nkwa dia Ghana ye problem say wo economy na etwa. But as it is, and your problems they try. Should the MPP delegate also look into this as one of the key indicators or kwakoto aba? Must that person, that delegate, so discerning enough? Onka say, yes, in spite of everything, I'm share masitrim and I'm masitrim yi and the economy ni good. And now which indicators and the MPP delegate ebefa so akwakoto naba?
You can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
You will recall that I stated in 2014 that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. That was true then, and it is true now.
In November. So that's a question you and I want to break it down. Now, for those who are always mentioning Dr. Bawumia, fine. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this one. Wait, let's do this work. Dr. Bawumia has entered into the political force, and somebody is saying he's a force to reckon with. Well, you may disagree. I can also disagree, of course, but I don't want to disagree under this circumstance. But I just want to use that, that information the person used, to create that, understanding that indeed Dr. Bawumia is a force to reckon with. Because economy, he has failed. Yes, he has been the head of the economic management team since 2017 to date, and the economy is in shambles. It's under his regime that the Ghana cedi to dollar ratio went up to 16 cedis, 19 cedis, 20 cedis to a dollar, and it's a baby do 12 cedis. Under his regime, the same regime here, and any Ghana Ghana National Petroleum Corporation or deal ababaye obika nasam and really the same Dr. Bawumia's economic management team on your head. On your head. Bank of Ghana governor, I am a member of the team. The finance minister, Ken Oforiatta, is a member of the team. They are not the heads. He is the head. As I speak, he is still the head. So, for economy, 0/100. Thank you. Now, let's move. See, I say, a digital man. He's a digital man. His innovation has turned Ghana around. He is doing digital. Okay, fine. Let's agree. So that is why people are saying he's a force to reckon with. Now, let's break it down. Now, as a digital man, well, the IT system and IT structures and everything. Now, it is more to it than what we say. Because we say maybe his political administration, a structure has collapsed. So he's just tilting himself towards the digital innovation. Like I said, and now a Trump card and no the back card. So my delegates not to Obama. But have you thought of would Ghanaians vote for him? And on a question, no. By home put let's break whatever we want to do. Okay, now because the elections are widely, this one that you did it's just the prelude to the big one. What you did, it cannot be the real litmus test. As we all indicated, this is what makes us, it gives us the opportunity to to reflect, because if we don't create the needed avenue for us to think through what has happened, we'll continue to make a mistake. And of course, Ghanaians, we shouldn't make a mistake. Now, let's do something. Now, with respect to, greatest of respect to Dr. Bawumia, greatest of respect, somebody will say the only achievement that everyone, or better, someone can talk about Dr. Bawumia's, within this government, is his instrumental role in the MPP's, successful digitization, whatever project. Now, but hey, wait a bit. Does that suffice as the entire achievement of this government? Question mark. Now, when it comes to digitization, have we ever heard within the 7 years of the MPP government that they have created any infrastructure? We are just trying to break issues, because for all you know, it was the NDC's time that the NDC government set up the National Communications Authority Digital Transformation Platform. That one, that began all the revolution within the digitization subsector. Now, after that, the government created the Accra Digital Center, and they replicated the same system in every region of Ghana. That is where young people will have the opportunity of testing their, IT, ideology, and everything. That is very true. And it's not even only located in Accra. There were also other regions, which is very true. Which means the structure was there. Now, let's continue to make some inroads. Now, you understand the laying of the fiber optic cables. These fiber optic cables, in any way, this is just by the way, it was invented by Dr. Thomas Owusu-Mensah. He's a Ghanaian American. He's based in USA, and he invented this. Now, the fiber optic cables make sure that when it comes to digitization, anything you want to do within the space of IT goes quick, fast, and becomes efficient. That's the main reason why Twitter has gotten their regional office in Accra, in Ghana. It is that structure. But we are saying that Dr. Bawumia will be given the credit of education success in terms of their project and the successes of this government. That is where the question mark comes from. Because, yes, you have done the emergence of all these things. You have created one platform, mobile money interoperability, so you can sit at your home and then do business transaction with your bank and all that. It's good. But someone must lay the foundation for you to do. So let us credit where credit due. Who created the infrastructure? It is the NDC government that created the infrastructure for the IT people to say, oh, because we have the structure, we can easily connect or do the interoperability, which they are just shortening to say it is the digitization, whatever. Now you can use your phone to buy electricity. You can use your phone to pay for whatever. You can use your phone to withdraw money from the bank. You can use your phone to, do credit your account. You can use your phone to, yes. But who created the system? That's where we should all be thinking about. So we cannot just, approbate and then don't do the other side of it. Yes, Dr. Bawumia, he came, he got the people, and they have put in the work, and now we are enjoying it. But do we have to put the achievement on his doorsteps that he has done it? Well, your guess is as good as mine. Don't forget, this is our viewpoint. Don't forget to share your viewpoint on the comment section. Write your comments. We'll be very glad to read your comments in our subsequent videos. But the reality is that must the MPP delegate see Dr. Bawumia as the only option to vote for? Or do we see that Honorable Kennedy Japan, a strong force emerging from everywhere? Because now the elections are going to be on the grassroots. the police station executives that there, when President Akufo-Addo appointees who will vote 600 for Dr. Bawumia, and 100 for Kennedy Japan, and then 90 something for Alan, and the rest. This one is the grassroots. Obi can ask them, say, this election is about those who don't want reshuffling to come and the versus government. And I say, the government doesn't want reshuffling to come. So the government, at the same time, who don't want reshuffling versus the grassroots. The grassroots are calling for reshuffling. President Akufo-Addo say, Debbie, men reshuffle Obia ntina wo ye n'adwuma. So it's the system against the people. Yebehwe and Kennedy Japan can say we will see a showdown.
Showdown in this country. Between Yame, President Akufo-Addo, member will show down. Vice President, member will show down. So, Mama chasing me agent. I'm not going to shut them. What do you embassy? What do you embassy in your embassy? Yes. Me challenge President Akufo-Addo anytime.
Hey, the showdown will come. But remember in November, don't forget that the showdown will come. But before the showdown comes, we will come your way again because today we did only for Dr. Bawumia. We need to create a video for Alan Cash. A video, possibly we'll match all of them together because for them, they were, for Alan Cash, he was a minister. Dr. Koto was a minister. Ken is still an MP. The only man position. I said, I'm a catcher. Check out the description. We sent you a video that man, nobody will vote for him because he's not a thief. Sorry, I have not mentioned anybody is a thief. I'm just saying that man is not a thief. He's a decent man, a decent lawyer who doesn't, condone in corruption. That is why they will not vote for him. Because for him, he just come and tell you that I will use my intelligence to build Ghana. But some people will induce you with money. So you see the difference. Now, but that's our spotlight for today. Don't forget to share your comments on the comment section and make sure that you tell us your view about what we have profiled about Dr. Bawumia. Okay, like this video, share to your friends. And if you have not subscribed to our page, please subscribe to our page and let's be part of this great family. Until we come your way again another time.